What is up? Today we're going to talk about why it's wrong and incomplete to live only from personhood or the ego or a personality. Okay, so if you're watching this and this resonates with you off the bat, you might be a little bit more intermediate and you might already know a little bit about, philosophical, spirituality content, all these things, right? I just made a video about how to actually start living a more complete life by not only living your day but not only living your day through the grind culture lens, right? That's what happens to me. Like I'll do these videos and I'll talk about these things, but like 24/7 I'm just working. And that's why I want to talk about these things. 24/7 my mind is just thinking of like, how can I close this client? How can I do this in business? How can I make more money? I'm always thinking about that 24/7, and for that reason I'm like, holy fuck, dude, like, does this ever end? And I know it never ends, and I fucking love it, and it's part of the game, but I need to learn how to play the game with the tools that I actually already have. I just don't know how to use these tools. Most people don't know how to use these tools. Most people are going about to like, yeah, learn how to make 10K a month. Cool, make 10K a month. Dope. And then what? Are you fulfilled? Are you happy with yourself? Is that what you wanted to be? Are you still a piece of shit son? Are you still a piece of shit person? Still a piece of shit person to your employees, to your girlfriend, to your wife, to your kids? What does it matter? If you have 100K in the bank, 10K in the bank, 5K in the bank, if you have some money in the bank, but you're still a piece of shit, it doesn't matter. Because you haven't actually worked on yourself fully 360 degrees. I've seen this dichotomy of people, and I don't know if it's dichotomy means pretty much like two parts, right? Like an opposite, or something that is like cut in half, right? Like it shows the separation of two certain things. And I feel like a lot of people actually don't know what fuels them. And what I mean by that is like a lot of people are always looking for external validation, whether that's money, views, status, whatever the fuck other people are gonna give them through however people view them. That's totally cool. We all play that game, and I think it's part of being human. No worries. But the part that you have to realize is that if you only build this part of your life, then your life will be empty. And maybe it's not empty because you have the money, you got the connection, and you're still happy, and in your day-to-day life you're still happy, but you just don't know what you don't know, and your life could be just better. And you could be living your life from a higher quality of life, from a higher perspective. I was just recently thinking about this because I was listening to this book called The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. I forget the author. Amazing freaking book. I was listening to the audiobook, and they were talking about a few things. Like self-efficacy is one of the things that I wanted to say, but let me see if I remember what I was going to talk about from that particular book. So I can't remember off the bat. Totally lost that train of thought. But essentially, damn, I lost literally what I was talking about. And I bet a lot of people left. Some people cannot stay if there's somebody that's recollecting their thoughts. So part of culture, bro. Everybody's so ADHD about it, and it is true. You'll definitely see higher quality content moving forward in the channel. This is pretty much just for me to riff and raff and talk about more topics really and dissect them here. I'll talk about something that I remember from the 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, and that'll probably make me remember what I was talking about. One of the concepts that they talk a lot about in that book is self-efficacy. And I was running and listening to the book, and I was like, I know what that means. But then he started talking about the definition. The definition pretty much means like believing in your skills and believing in your faculty to take care of any problem that arises. Like if you need to pay your taxes and you need to like fucking, read out the terms or whatever on your documents, self-efficacy would make you believe in yourself and in your talent and your skills and in your own person to be able to handle that. And I was like, damn, That is true. It's almost like a different part of self-confidence, and I like it because this book like breaks it down into many different parts. Shit, man, I forgot what I was fucking saying about that. Damn it, I got super mad about that. But ultimately, man, a lot of people get their validation from being from external sources, and when that happens, it's a never-ending loop. And when you're trying to build that persona, when you're trying to build that life, what tends to happen is that you're living on this like radio wave, this frequency that's almost like a hiss. It's like a and all of your life you've lived with this hiss on the background, and you've never actually realized it. And that's why you've made so much money, and you've gotten the career allocates, and you've made the connections, and you've built the body, and you still don't feel enough. And it's not just because you're depressed. It's not just because your physiology is telling you like, yo, eat better, do push-ups, pull-ups, burpees. It is a little bit about that. Most people, that's pretty much like what they need to fix. But in reality, once you fix those and that's not it, then this is it, dude. This is what I'm talking about. So then once you can start to sit with yourself in silence for a prolonged period of time, dude, I'm not talking 10 minutes. If you're new to this and you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna start applying this, and it's not like and it's not like I'm a meditation master if I sit it with myself or anything, but I know for a fact that, like Muji mentioned, and I mentioned this in another video, everybody that has faced awakening, that has experienced awakening, has had to sit with themselves. You cannot discover that other aspect of yourself, the deep aspect of yourself, the aspect of yourself that will recognize that hiss that is on your background, and it'll actually make you see clarity for the first time. Once you start seeing things for what they are and not from the lens of your persona, you'll start to be a little bit less attached to things. And when you start applying that to different areas of your life, different emotions, different thoughts, different ideals, different feelings inside of you, you start to leave suffering aside. That's why Buddha mentioned that desires is root of suffering, right? Having a desire is pretty much the root of suffering. Everybody wants to get to a certain place. Dude, I'm moving forward in my life every single day, tackling the tasks, closing the deals, doing the pitches. It doesn't mean that I'm not taking action. I'm taking action with massive patience though, and in a way not expecting any results, because the results or the thing that I'm looking for is already what I'm doing. Like, I'm thinking about this massive pitch to do to this freaking guy that, multimillionaire guy, right? And that pushes me to want more, right? And at the same time, it makes me think like, I don't know, like where can this end? Like where can I go? Like what else can I do? But I have to realize it's not about the end goal of me doing the pitch and like whether I get them as a client, get them results, etc., etc. It's more about like the idea was already presented to me and I was able to take action on that pitch. And by doing that, I'm growing as a person. And it doesn't mean that I need to close them as a client to get there. And so I know I'm mixing a lot of different topics and subjects on this video particularly, but the whole point of this is I'm tying up a bunch of different concepts here. And the point is to stop living your life only from your ego, your personhood, the character that you want to build. Also sit down in silence and see yourself and see that character and see how you're building it and see how you're feeling and see the direction in your life that you're actually taking, dude. And start building from there, right? With that awareness, and always have that awareness behind your mind and deepen yourself into that awareness and give yourself the time, the months, the hours, the years necessary for you to play with this awareness so that it's almost second nature to you. Everybody has awareness inside of them. But if you just live your life and you experience your life through pure awareness, it's gonna be so much better. I sometimes wake up and I'm like fucking super mad, bro. I'm super mad. I'm like on the edge. I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me something so that I can jump. I'm like, blah, you know, that's the energy that I'm sometimes carrying. And I'm like, dude, fuck, like I need to go for a workout. I need to do a meditation. I need to clear this fucking energy out. This is bullshit. And when I sit in silence, that's when I'm like, none of this shit matters. Like, I'm totally overreacting. I'm worrying about something that's not even happening. I'm projecting myself onto what I think about other people, and I bring it up to these people and they tell me it's like completely wrong. So I'm like, damn, I just wasted time and energy worrying and thinking about things that weren't. And that's like 80% of people's problems. And that's why I'm telling you this. That is what I'm telling you this, guys. Anyways, just want to keep it a little bit shorter today. A little bit of rambling here, but hopefully you guys had a good time with me. Follow me along this journey. We'll unravel and uncover so many different areas and aspects of oneself, and I'll make it fun. Enjoy, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Enjoy. Peace.